Hey dudes, how you doing? It's Saint. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're healthy. I have some Dragon Age 4 news for you guys today with a leak by Jeff Grubb. So for those of you who for some reason do not know, Dragon Age 4 is a game we've been waiting since 2014, which was the release of Dragon Age Inquisition. We've gotten some news regarding the involvement of a previous character that is quite important in the story, and we heard a voice that we've heard for years on end. So we're just going to take a deeper look at a leak by Jeff Grubb regarding the state of Dragon Age 4 and how it's doing in development. Before we continue, if you like game news, game streams, and a chill place to watch them, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get to it. So for those of you who were waiting to get to see Dragon Age 4 this year, I have some not so great news for you guys because it turns out that we're probably going to be waiting a little bit longer. Some of you might remember for a Dragon Age Trilogy Remaster. The reason behind this being that all the different engines mean that there's a lot more work to be involved, and it's not a complete story like Mass Effect. So just so you guys are aware of the engines used in the original trilogy, Origins was made on Eclipse engine, Dragon Age 2 on Lycium engine, and Dragon Age Inquisition on Frostbite. So what do I think about this? Honestly, I think it is good that they are taking their time, because after rushed games such as Anthem or Andromeda, we really needed to see kind of like this energy of, hey, we need to make this count. We need to take our time and make sure we make a solid game, a solid release. We've been having a lot of AAA titles just come out incomplete or with bugs or just not really a finished product. We've had it happen quite a bit since this whole COVID thing started, and it's really kind of affected the community of gamers in general. I do think that we've all become a little bit more wary of these AAA studios because we've just been basically bombarded with shit. There's also the fact that we need to take into account that Dragon Age 4 did have a lot of live service elements that would need to be taken out of the game entirely. This live service thing wouldn't only affect gameplay elements, it would also affect the story and how you kind of navigate through that. I'm not surprised really that they're maybe taking more time than they initially thought to make sure that those elements are not only removed, but replaced by a solid foundation that would give you a single player experience. According to Mr. Matty Plays on his recent video about the topic, he did say that reports show that BioWare's mentality at the studio is that they need to nail this. So EA as a publisher doesn't want BioWare, a studio of theirs, to fail consistently. It just makes them look bad, and it also just comes at a loss of profit. After Andromeda and Anthem, they really needed to hit the floor running. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition was a good way of showcasing that BioWare is still capable of showing care for these titles, for these basically game experiences that I think a lot of RPG fans such as myself have been moved by throughout the years. I also believe that as a community, it's important that we kind of just think about things more objectively. I love Mass Effect, I love Dragon Age, but we need to be realistic in terms of giving this company money before they truly prove something isn't worth it. Unless you have just too much money to spend or anything like that, I don't recommend pre-orders. Never, because you are literally buying something that you don't know how it actually is going to turn out. So you can be buying like a literal crap game, as it has happened recently, and you're screwed. In 2023, I'd just approach this with calm. I'd try to see this in a better light and just leave the expectations low. We are seeing that BioWare is constantly kind of like making amends, right? And you see that energy both in the reports of the studio and also in how they're interacting with their fans constantly. You know, you're seeing that energy of, we want to make this stuff. For example, they did with the first Mass Effect, that it was such a remaster that it really kind of borderlined a remake. However, the other side of the coin is that cash is king. And if we kind of look at the scope of what Dragon Age currently is at, it's a very different experience to what we saw with Mass Effect. Starting with the fact that these three games, as I mentioned earlier, were made on completely different engines, unlike Mass Effect that was made in Unreal and took it at face value, but it is the weaker of the series, and significantly so. And while that alone is not a reason to avoid making it, if you add that to the fact that it's on a different engine and it requires more work, well, you kind of feel like, okay, well, that's dumb. Why would we remake Dragon Age 2? Add that to the fact that Dragon Age Inquisition, while a game released in 2014, is a previous generation game, and the graphics still hold up pretty decently up until now. It's a hard sell. And Mass Effect 3 looks a lot more blocky, looks a lot more PS3-y, and Dragon Age Inquisition can still kind of compete with some lower end titles of this age. So it's really hard to justify a remaster of a game like that, which is still pretty much on par to newer technologies. I think that the more realistic approach to this would be maybe seeing a Dragon Age Origins remaster or remake. I think that is the game that most people kind of like float to when they talk about the golden era of Dragon Age. And it was the most popular. I enjoyed Inquisition. People can give me shit for it. I liked it. And I enjoyed Dragon Age 2 for what it was, even though I think it is the weakest one of the series. But I think Dragon Age Origins would be kind of like that game to remake and kind of like give that attention to, because I know that one would probably sell the most and it wouldn't require all the work that would be needed to remaster the entire trilogy. But hey, we are all entitled to our own opinions. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I upload videos every single week about tech or gaming. Remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at SaintWolven, as well as join the pack on Discord. Thank you for watching, my dudes, and I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye!